Hi, I'm Donna Cruz. When circumstances get difficult, it can be easy to become bitter and angry. Maybe there's a secret to not allowing that to be the case. Something that will allow you to not only have your life transformed, but help you create a positive change in the lives of those around you.
Making that positive change in others is part of what today's show is all about, as we share ways to love your neighbor. The movie A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood opens in theaters this Friday. It's inspired by a real-life story of how Mr. Rogers, portrayed in the movie by Tom Hanks, helped create a positive change in the life of a journalist and helped inspire that journalist to rise above the circumstances of his life.
That sort of change is exactly what Jon Gordon writes about. Jon is a best-selling author with books like The Energy Bus, and he's recently co-written The Coffee Bean, a simple lesson to create positive change.
When you put a carrot into boiling hot water, what happens to the carrot? It gets weakened, it gets softened by its environment. When you put an egg into boiling hot water, what happens to the egg? It gets hardened by its environment. It gets in our hearts, we get bitter, we get angry, we get jealous, right? We get hateful. But when you put a coffee bean into boiling hot water, the coffee bean is not impacted by its environment. Instead, it impacts its environment. It transforms that water into coffee. We don't even call it water anymore. We call it coffee. And biblically, Jesus said the kingdom of God is inside you. And so he was telling us that the power is inside of us, that we are in this world, but we are not of this world, that there is a greater power, his power, that lies within us. Like, hey, let's stop looking at the negativity. Let's stop looking at all these negative forces. Let's look inside and see that we have the power to change the world. We have the power to impact, to bring heaven to earth. So it never looks good. It never looks great. The circumstances often do not look good. And that's where faith comes in. That's where trust comes in. And that's where our ability to make a difference comes in.
If you have a story about how a positive change in your life has helped you to love others around you, join the movement and share it on social media using the hashtag #LoveThyNeighbor. We'd like to thank Affirm Films, Sony Pictures for their support of Keep the Faith. More information about A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood is available at KeepTheFaith.com.